Price will power up to the Critics' Choice PSN sale. This isn't a great sale, but I've still managed to find over £250 worth of discounts, so watch the video to save some money and find some cool games to play. This sale ends on the 16th of February, so that's your last day to pick up these deals. Okay, let's look at the games. First up is Batman Arkham Collection. It was released in 2018, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £14.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and an awesome deal. Especially considering this collection includes all 3 games and their DLC, and the first and second game are remastered as well. So you're getting the best version of these games, and they're really good games as well. You can't go far wrong, especially if you're a Batman fan. In these third-person action-adventure games, you play as the Dark Knight, fighting a host of classical villains across 3 full AAA games set in Arkham Asylum and Gotham City. It features tons of Batman gadgets and vehicles, with an awesome combat system and a great story as well. If you're a superhero fan, especially a Batman fan, you'll love these games, so if you haven't played them, you should definitely pick them up. It's great value, and they're really awesome games. You'll really enjoy them, I promise. And hey, if you've never played a game like this before, this is a great place to start, apart from the fact you're buying 3 games, so it's a big risk to take if you don't end up liking them. But hey, if you like open world action games, or third-person action games in general, you might really enjoy these games. You probably wouldn't, only if you don't like superheroes, which is a bit odd these days, but you never know. In any case, if you like the sound of them, check them out. They're well worth looking at. Our next game is amazing. Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition. It was released in 2018, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 60% discount for the low price of £4.63, which is a ridiculously good deal, as this edition includes 4 DLC packs with extra quests, boss fights, and abilities. This Metroidvania game has you playing as the knight, who is seeking to save the kingdom by finding and destroying the 3 dreamers who hold the Great Seal closed, and behind this seal is contained the infection that previously drove the kingdom to madness and undeath. I've completed this game and I absolutely loved it. It's a great Metroidvania game, it's got beautiful hand-drawn graphics, the story's pretty interesting, and the gameplay's unbelievable. If you like action platformers, or Metroidvanias, this is essential for you if you've never played it before. And if you've never played a Metroidvania before, this is one of the modern greats. If you're in any way interested, why not take a chance, because I promise you'll enjoy yourself with this unbelievable game. Definitely take a look at it at least. We have a fighter next, Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. It was released in 2013, so it's 9 years old, and is on an 85% discount for the price of £7.49, which is pretty decent. Especially as this edition includes 6 extra characters of Batgirl, Lobo, Martian Manhunter, Zatanna, General Zod, and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, plus over 30 skins and 60 Starlab missions as well. So you are getting your money's worth with this edition. This fighting game is based on the Injustice comic, set in a world where the good guys didn't always win and the lines of good and evil have blurred. You must pick your fighter to battle against friend and foe alike in order to save or doom everyone. This is a really great fighting game, and it's made by the people behind Mortal Kombat, so they've got heritage and they know what they're doing with fighting games. So if you're a fan of the Mortal Kombat series, or fighting games, and you like superheroes, why not take a look at this? It's a good game at a good price. And hey, if you don't play many fighters, then if you're interested in superheroes, you'll probably really enjoy this. There's a lot of fun to be had for DC comic fans. So if you like the sound of that, you might want to take a chance and check it out. I love this next game, Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. It was released in 2019, so it's 3 years old, and is on a 75% discount for the awesome price of £8.74, which includes all 5 DLC expansions, The Treasures of the Past, From the Ashes, The Amorous Adventures of Bold Sir Capone, Band of Bastards, and A Woman's Lot. So you're getting a huge amount of extra content thrown in as well, which is a great deal, it really is. In this first-person RPG, you play as the son of a blacksmith, who gets suddenly thrust into a civil war, and now you must pick up a sword, become a knight, and help fight back against the invading forces. On release, this game came out of nowhere. The studio's not that well known, and nobody expected a game of this quality to come from them. But hey, everybody played it, loved it, it got rave reviews, and it's done very well. Made from the ground up to be as authentic to reality and history as possible. So if you always wanted to be a medieval knight, this is your game. Why not take a look at it? You'll love it, I promise. And hey, if you've never played a third-person RPG before, This is a good quality game to start, and you get a lot of content thrown in as well. I can't recommend this game highly enough. If you like any of what I've said, then you should definitely take a look at it. Moto GP 20 is our next game. It was released in 2020, obviously, so it's 2 years old, and it's on at least an 80% discount for the price of £7.99 or £5.99 with PS Plus, which is a great deal for PS Plus members, as this is the cheapest I've ever seen it. This bike racer promises improved career management, as you get to play an existing official team or a new one, customizing your bike and rider, playing as historical legendary riders, creating custom events for you or your friends, and you get to race in 13-player online multiplayer matches as well. So if you're a fan of Moto GP and you haven't played one in a while, or you don't own the newest one and you don't mind picking one up a couple of years old, then why not take a look at it? It's still a really good game at a good price. And if you've never played a bike racer before, then why not take a look at it? It's at a pretty good price, and you might just enjoy yourself, especially if you're a fan of other sorts of racing games. It might be worth a look for you. We have another racer next, Ride 3 Gold Edition. It was released in 2018, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 85% discount for the price of £9.74, which is really good. This includes over £40 worth of DLC, including 65 new bikes, 135 events, 3 volumes, and a dynamic theme. And the base game includes 230 bikes and 30 tracks, which is a huge amount of content to be included in one game, and that makes it a really good deal for fans of bike racers. So if that's you, why not take a look at this? Next up is my star buy, Star Wars Squadrons. It was released in 2020, so it's 2 years old, and is on a 70% discount for the price of £10.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really good deal, especially for an EA Star Wars game and a VR game. It's a much bigger discount than I'm used to seeing. This game is fully playable with or without VR, and it has no move controller support, which is fine because they're not really suited to piloting ships anyway, so don't worry about that. In this game you get to pilot both Empire and Rebellion ships in a story told from both sides of the war, as an Empire pilot tries to defect and join the Rebellion. It features online 20-player multiplayer, new multiplayer custom matches, B-Wings and TIE Fighter Defender ships added in as well. So they've added in some free extra DLC lately, which is great, and they seem to be supporting the multiplayer a lot as well with new modes to play. If you like fighter pilot games, especially if you love Star Wars, you'll really enjoy this game, and hey, if you own a PSVR unit, it'll be one of the best games you've ever played. You should definitely pick it up if you like the sound of that. And if you've never played a fighter pilot game before, then this is a pretty good deal. If you're a Star Wars fan, I would definitely say try it out, especially if you've got the VR headset. You'll absolutely love it. I've played some of it and it's unbelievably cool. Definitely worth looking at. It's my star buy. Why not check it out? And the final game I have for you is Telltale Batman Shadows Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's 2 years old, and is on a 75% discount for the price of £6.24, which isn't bad for 2 full seasons of a Telltale game. It's a pretty good deal. In this adventure game you get to experience a story full of classic Batman villains, including the Joker, Harley Quinn, Bane, Riddler and Scarecrow, as you get to play as the famous detective investigating crime in Gotham City. I completed this game ages ago because it was free on PS Plus, and I have to say for a Telltale game, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's pretty decent, and I think you'd enjoy it if you like Batman. Just keep in mind it's an adventure game. There's not a lot of actual gameplay, it's more like quick time events and story decisions, so don't expect full-on gameplay. This is about the story and enjoying the results of it. So if you like adventure games, why not take a look? And hey, if you've never played a game like this before, then you'll probably enjoy it if you like Batman, so you should take a look at it in that case. But if you're not a fan of Batman, then you might want to take a look at it. But Telltale do have a variety of games from a variety of different sources, so if you're not a fan of Batman, take a look at one of them instead maybe. They're always on sale, so you won't have to wait too long. Subscribe and you won't miss out when they are. And that's all the games I have for you for the Critics' Choice PSN sale. What did you guys think about Sony buying out Bungie? I gotta be honest, I think it's a pretty bad move. I mean, let's be honest, when was the last time Bungie made a good game? They made Halo, but then they sold that franchise, left Microsoft. They made Destiny, which has been a massive failure. Then Destiny 2, which has been not as bad a failure, but still not great. I mean, it's a lot of money. They could have just invested themselves and made some better games without buying a studio. I mean, they already own some. I think they just bought it because Microsoft's been buying up everything, and I think it's kind of a bad idea. They should have just not bothered. I mean, peer pressure's bad, right? Hey, even Sony can waste money under peer pressure. I think they'll regret it in the future. Anyway, what did you guys think about the games I picked? Did I pick good ones? Did I pick bad ones? And what about the Star Buy? Did it deserve it, or was something else a better game that should have had it instead? Leave all your complaints down in the comments and we can argue about it later. Anyway, I hope you guys found some games you're interested in. And more importantly, I hope you guys saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoil Vour.